Panic attacks and what would happen if you do not get treatment. At the onset of panic attacks or disorder, it is the best to go see your doctor immediately and have it evaluated, as this will not only give you a clear understanding of what condition you are undergoing, but this could also prevent the aggravation of the disorder. Here are several possible scenarios if you do not get panic attack interventions immediately. Agoraphobia. Contrary to public belief, agoraphobia is not the fear of closed spaces. It is actually fear of public places, basing from the Greek root word agora, which means market or marketplace. Agoraphobics fear interaction with people, especially in places where they expect to experience episodes of panic or anxiety. Panic attacks and agoraphobia are often closely connected, as these disorders exhibit identical symptoms such as shortness of breath, the sensation of dying or going crazy, and the feeling of having a heart attack. Overdependence on psychotherapeutic medications, specifically anti-anxiety disorder medications. People suffering from panic attacks and could not get a hold of themselves are often helped by medications to control their symptoms. But for those who cannot muster enough initiative to resolve their condition without having to rely on medications, are often enclosed within the idea of medication as their ultimate solution against panic attacks. While overdependence on medication to control the symptoms of panic attacks is not the same as addiction to the medications, the behaviors still poses serious possible problems, since those people who become dependent on drugs oftentimes fail to utilize other more effective treatments. They can also become too dependent that they would fail to function properly without the necessary dosage of particular drugs. Further, although dependence on medication is not an entirely negative solution, in fact, for some people it is the most effective, it should be remembered that it is not the only solution. There are less intensive, less invasive, but equally appropriate and effective therapies and methods that are typically overlooked due to much dependence on panic attacks. Depression, 20% of panic attacks are likely to commit suicide. A typical outcome of depression at one time or another, says research. The connection between panic attacks and depression can be viewed from several different standpoints. According to an explanation, for an example, depression develops from a person's exhaustion caused by chronic anxiety that typically accompanies such panic attacks.